Hello again, everybody. A continuation from the last lesson, we're going to talk about roles in a criminal trial and alternative dispute resolution. Today, you will be required to complete the R.V. Kane sentencing hearing activity, and you will also be required to answer some questions in the R.V. Kane sentencing scenario to get familiar with the trial or the alternative dispute resolution scenario that we'll be looking at tomorrow. So let's take a look at the first document. If you click on and open the R.V. Kane sentencing scenario template, what you'll see are what are called aggravating and mitigating factors. So to put it quite simply, an aggravating factor is something that might convince the judge that the sentence needs to be more harsh. So it might take it from a restitution situation into an incarceration situation or something where they need to have offenders segregated from the rest of society because they think they're dangerous. A mitigating factor is something that might take away from the seriousness of the sentence. We have two categories of that. One is concerning the person or the offender, and the second category is concerning the offense or the crime. So let's take a look at the aggravating factors. The first one is premeditation. Now, premeditation means that there was planning involved in it. Another aggravating factor is a previous criminal record. A third, did a person profit from the offense, and did they, in fact, receive large profits? Did they rope other people into the offense? Were they the ringleader or were they the member of a gang that planned the offense and brought other people in? And do they have a pattern of repeating the same offense over and over again? So those are aggravating factors concerning the person or the offender. Now we'll look at mitigating factors, or factors that might make the sentence less. First of all, did it happen in the heat of the moment? Was it an impulsive act? Secondly, is the person expressing sadness or remorse for what they did? Is the offender a young offender or first-time offender? Did they plead guilty to the offense? Have they cooperated with police since the beginning? Does the person have a mental or physical disability? Are they expected to not live that long? So will they in fact be dead before the trial even comes? And finally, as we said before about a conditional sentence, have they already spent time in custody? So if their sentence was for 3 years and they've already spent 3 years behind bars during the time of the trial, then of course the judge would take into consideration time spent in custody. So that's concerning the person or the offender. Secondly, concerning the offense itself or the crime itself. Aggregating factors, or again, factors that may make the sentence more severe. Was it a violent offense? How many victims? There's also something called a victim impact statement. Is there a need for a deterrent or the judge to come down hard on this one person so it would stop other people from possibly committing that crime in the future? Mitigating. Is it a minor offense? Was there a delay in the trial? And so on. Good. So the next part is a part that you have to fill in based on the case itself that we're going to look at. So if you open up the R.V. Kane sentencing scenario, you will have to read the what happened section. You will also have to read one of the scenarios below. Statement of agreed facts and one of the roles that Mr. Arnold or me will give to you. There are also a number of questions under each of the statements that you are going to have to answer on your coursework, and those are right here. There's one for each person involved in the case. All right. So to fill out the section entitled Short Form Case Name, you would just put, quite simply, RV. A long form of the case name you can find in what's called the information. And the information is here. It would be Her Majesty the Queen against RV, or Anwar Kane. So the information is there. The sections of the criminal code you can find also on the information here. So your first section is here, 267B and 343A. Those charges are here. And you can also find them under what's called the agreed statement of facts here. So you can use one of those three ways to fill in the sections of the criminal code. The charges you can find here. You can also find them in the information here. What I'm looking for under charges are these. So at this time, pause the video and fill in the information at the top. That's the short form case name, the long form case name, the sections of the criminal code, and the charges. Good. So we will now look at mitigating factors concerning the offender, the offense, aggregating factors, and so on. And we will complete this example as a class. But remember, after you finish this video, you are going to need to answer the questions for the sentencing hearing participants. Mr. Arnold will assign those to you. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you all in class.